Hi guys, so this is my analysis on GU. What am I expecting on GU? If you watched my previous analysis on GU, I said I'm expecting a bit of a move to the downside. At least if you've watched my previous video, you know I mostly take my profit around my negative 27% fib level, and we can see it actually got to that level. And I said there's a possibility if it breaks out of this trend line right here, we test this trend line with a lot of weak rejection, then we are going to at least push down to my negative 61.8%, because that's the trend line after breaking this other trend line. That was my my analysis. But as you can see, we've got into my negative 27% fib level as of right now. So what am I expecting next? And I can still see more of like a bullish a bearish move because of these beautiful engulfing candles right here. So there's a possibility it might still continue to push to the downside. So as of right now, based on this current price action, what am I expecting on GU? I can draw a trend line right at this level right here. Yeah. So what am I expecting on G? What am I expecting on G? I'm expecting a bit of like a push to the upside around this level right here, and that is because this is a zone of rejection. Whenever it gets to the zone, it rejects, and it broke out of the zone with this beautiful bearish candle. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting a possible move to at least come to that zone to retest the zone, and that zone also, and to retest that zone. And if I see a lot of weak rejections around that zone, then there's a possibility it might now continue to push to the downside to my next target. Before we now see what next. If it breaks the structure right here, then we'll continue to push to the downside. Or if I see more of like a weak rejection around this trend line, then there's a possibility we might continue to push to the upside. So as of right now, this is what I'm saying, right? There are always different scenarios. There's also an imbalance around this level right here. I can draw an imbalance right here, right? So there's still a possibility that it might even go beyond this zone right here and push up a little bit more to touch this trend line. So we might see like a touch of trend line, right? And also feeling the imbalance as well. So that's another possibility that we can see. It might continue to push up. So we can see first rejection, second rejection, third rejection, a possible fourth rejection before we now continue to push to the downside to my current target around this area right here. So that's a possibility I am seeing. We just have to be a little bit more patient and see. So let me just quickly summarize my scenario. My first scenario is we might push up to around this level right here, which is 1.26914, around that level. Then we might reject to the downside. That's my first scenario. My second scenario is we might just continue to push to the upside around this level right here, which is around 1.27234, around this level before we now continue to push to the downside. So that's my scenario on GU. Let me just draw. My first instance is here, so to the downside. That's my first instance. My second instance is there's a possibility it might just come here, push here, then come to the downside like this. So those are my two scenarios. So hope this is insightful, guys. Please don't forget to share, comment, and like, and I'll see you in my next analysis. Thank you for watching.